One of the most important numbers for Bitcoin is $8,000. I'm going to explain why. Is Bitcoin going to go to 8K? I highly doubt it. But the main purpose of today's video is to go over what would happen in a scenario if Saylor has to start making moves. So guys, Michael Saylor, who owns Strategy, has been buying billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin for the past couple of years now. And he recently said something that's crazy. He basically said he will not be getting margin called. He will not be basically getting wrecked if Bitcoin goes below $60,000 or 50K, 40K, whatever. The number is 8,000. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at this potential scenario and go over a couple different Bitcoin updates and why I am bullish and think Bitcoin is going to hit $1 million. Welcome back to the channel. If you like these type of Bitcoin videos, make sure you guys subscribe down below. I'm trying to get to 100 subs before the month ends. Okay, it's going to be a bit of a push. Now, let's talk about Bitcoin. We're going to start off with price action. Bitcoin's currently at $68,000. It's down about 1.5% today. This is just going to be what the market is going to be doing in the next couple of weeks / months, in my opinion. I think we're basically just going to be ranging anywhere from the 60s to 80s. And yeah, I don't know when we're going to see new all-time highs. Might not even happen this year. If it does, that'd be insane. But I think it's going to be a pretty bearish, boring market for the time coming soon. Right now, Michael Saylor's Strategy says it can withstand a drawdown in Bitcoin's price to 8,000 and still have sufficient assets to fully cover its debt. Now, guys, a couple things as to why this is pretty scary, right? So first off, if he's saying this, right, there was a lot of speculation that people were trying to liquidate Saylor so that they could buy more Bitcoin and basically remove him from being a serious player, but no one really knew the price, right? A lot of people just thought that, oh, you know, eventually Saylor's going to have to sell, but no one really knew. And I'm sure some people probably knew, but for the most part, no one really knew. Now we actually have a number. And, you know, considering that it's actually 8,000, it is a little scary, right? You are going to start to look at that and go, damn, like, does this mean that the price can now be manipulated to 8,000 to flush Saylor out? I hope not, because that would be freaking terrible, but it's something that we can't rule out for sure. Okay, now with that being said, guys, I also want to go over the fact that if Saylor was to see, and not even forget Saylor, I think just, you know, everyone, retail investors, myself included, if we see Bitcoin go to $8,000, that would be very detrimental to the overall markets, just everywhere, right? I think a dip down that much, I mean, like, lives will be lost at that point. Like, this would be brutal, right? I think Saylor would probably just have to, like, implode at that point too. Like, it would be pretty freaking bad, but 8K is the number. So this literally was announced earlier today. You know, a great late Valentine's Day gift, I guess. I'm not too sure. But Saylor also said 99 over 98 or greater than 98. We know that Saylor has been recently been buying, excuse me, smaller amounts of Bitcoin. So basically, it looks like he's going to be buying more than the 98th time he bought Bitcoin. He's almost about to be at 100 Bitcoins, 100 different entry points for Bitcoin. So yeah, hopefully we'll have more information on that tomorrow. I'll definitely be posting a video so you guys will find out all about it. Okay, so guys, make sure you guys are subscribed and locked in for tomorrow. Some bullish news and some other things I want to discuss, guys, is this will be the first year in history where Bitcoin is seeing a red January and February. Okay, we've never seen this before. One of the worst starts to the year for crypto, and guys, history has been made. We've seen this, you know, happen a lot. Last year, the whole concept was we've never seen a red October, November, and December. Now we're now entering 5 red months in a row, which again is brutal, but hey, that's just what it is. The markets are more mature now. I think past performance and history for Bitcoin is no longer accurate in the sense that history often rhymes, but with Bitcoin, as Bitcoin becomes more mature and more of its own independent asset from crypto and stocks, it's looking like it's, you know, basically it's starting to have a mind of its own, right? So that's just what it is. And retail seems to be buying, right? Brian Armstrong says Coinbase data shows an increase in retail users buying the Bitcoin and Ethereum dip. So it's pretty interesting. A lot of the actual like retail users, guys, I feel like there's a huge disconnect between people that are retail investors and the people that are on crypto Twitter. Two massively different communities and I guess data sets, or I guess human pools. So it is pretty interesting to notice that as well. Regardless, things are still pretty bullish. I mean, when you have people like Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, literally say no one should be surprised if Bitcoin hits $700,000, it's hard to look at this and be bearish. Also, when you see Elon Musk's X is going to be launching smart cash tags that will enable you to trade stocks and crypto directly from the timeline, I mean, that's pretty freaking insane as well. So we're going to have to see what happens with all of this. Ideally, when it comes to crypto, ideally it's just like Bitcoin, ETH, Solana, BNB, you know. I hope it's just like the top 10 cryptos and not all the other junk that we trade on Dex Screener. Obviously, if you guys don't know who I am, I do a lot of meme coin trading as well. But for the most part, I would love for this feature to just be, you know, the top 10 cryptos, okay? Or maybe even the top 20, whatever it is. I think anything other than that, we're starting to get into nasty territory where people are just going to be losing money, okay? But guys, listen, that is going to be it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy it, I want you guys to leave a like, subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.